Spaghetti and meatballs with garlic bread can seem like a simple lunch or dinner. But if you add a little bit of extra touch to it, you can produce a labor of love. One of the best things about this recipe is that it is very easy to make on weeknights and it's very good for social occasion, including Valentines. It's a meal that is sure to impress both kids and adults alike. Plus, it is a great way to impress your friends and family with your cooking skills. First off, we are going to be making a delicious spaghetti and we are going to spice it up a little bit with some garlic. I have a pot of boiling water and I will season it with a teaspoon of salt. Add your favorite pasta in. Stir it up and let it boil according to package instructions. So I will strain it off and fix it up and make it very flavorful. Using the same pot on medium heat, I'm adding a little bit of olive oil, about 2 teaspoons, and 2 teaspoons of garlic, chopped garlic. And I'm just going to infuse the garlic into the oil without adding any salt. This should take about 1 minute, just to warm the garlic through. And we're going to add back our pasta. Now we're going to coat it in the garlic and turn the heat off. In this bowl we have 1.5 pounds of regular ground beef. And we're going to season it. In this ramekin I have garlic, shanobeni, flavor pepper. If you don't have shanobeni, you can use cilantro. I have dried parsley, Cajun seasoning, and black pepper. And I will leave the entire amounts in the description box. Chopped onions, and we have some sea salt. We're going to set this aside. We're going to create a wet mixture for our meatballs, and this mixture makes the meatballs very, very moist. So we have 1 egg. The egg is optional. You can't omit the egg. We have some milk. And we have some breadcrumbs, or you can use a slice or 2 of fresh bread. And so we're going to mix this up. And this creates nice moisture because it hydrates the breadcrumbs and it makes the meatballs so moist and easy to cut into. I'm going to leave this here for about 4 to 5 minutes. And this is ready. Add the mixture into the meat and the seasonings. Making meatballs takes no time. And it's time to get our hands dirty. Mix this up really nice. I like to season meatballs very, very well because when it's pairing with a really nice sauce, it's so delicious. The soaked bread on its own binds the meat very well, but I just love me some eggs. So now we're going to make our balls. Putting a little bit of oil on your hand or your gloves really helps to prevent the meat from sticking up and making your gloves heavy. And I'm going to make them about 3/4 of the size of my ice cream scoop. You can make these ahead of time and simply freeze them. And we have a beautiful meatball. And you place them on a tray with some parchment paper. The recipe made 20 meatballs. If you are going to make them bigger, you will have less. If you want more, then you will make them a little bit smaller. So we're going to fry these up and we're going to make a beautiful sauce. Our oil is nice and hot. What I did was to turn it up on very high heat and then I turned it to medium. I'm going to dip my spoon in here. And then I'm just going to slide them in one at a time. They're going to fry for 5 minutes on each side. If you have gotten to this far in the video, you can help to support me by subscribing to the YouTube channel, which allows me to reach more people, grow, and to make more content for you to enjoy. After 5 minutes, we're going to turn them over. They have a nice soft golden brown. They are not crispy or they are not dry. I love me some chicken meatballs and I love me some lamb meatballs, and if you don't eat beef, you can change up the recipe and simply make some lamb or some chicken. Even some fish balls are really delicious. 5 more minutes and we're going to take them out. We're going to remove them and place them on a tray or on a plate with some paper towels, but I'm going to drain them off with my draining rack. Mindful that whenever I make a recipe, you can tweak the flavors to your desired preference and to your desired taste. Now let's make our sauce. For our sauce, we have our pot on medium heat. We are adding about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And that's the end of it. And I'm adding 2 tablespoons of chopped garlic. Whenever I make garlic ahead of time, I like to put a little bit of olive oil and just put it in the fridge that whenever I'm ready to use it, I can just use it. Allow the garlic to infuse in the olive oil, but not to burn, just for the fragrance to just come out of the olive oil. And once it begins to smell, I am adding 1200 ml of sauce. And this is 2 bottles of basil tomato. 1 cup of water, and I just use the water to rinse out the bottle. I have some dry parsley, and I'm adding some sugar because this is going to give the sauce a nice balance with the salt. Salt, black pepper, and some all-purpose seasoning, and you will find the entire recipe in the description box. And I'm going to mix it up. It doesn't take long to make a sauce like this. You could add your own flavors to it, your hot pepper, your shanobeni, Caribbean flavors, and simply make it your very own. Let's taste this and see if it's good. And it's perfect. We're going to add our meatballs back into the sauce. I don't just like to add the meatballs into the sauce and just turn off the stove. I like my meatballs to get a slight little braise in the sauce. If you have a recipe of how to make your meatballs or any ingredients that you will add to this, make sure that you drop it down in the comments. Turn it up. We want a nice amount of sauce to enjoy our spaghetti. Cover it over on medium heat and we're going to allow it just to simmer for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we have nice meatballs. For our garlic bread, we are using some olive oil, just a little bit of salt, some garlic, fresh garlic or granulated garlic would work. Give it a mix, and I'm also going to add some dry herbs to this. And we are going to brush our baguette with this. Brush a little bit of oil on each side, and I'm going to put this under the broiler for about 45 seconds on each side. If you give this recipe a try, be sure to comment in the comment section and let me know how it turned out. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, share the video, help me to grow my YouTube channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend, and see you in another one of my recipes.